Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a little bit different review today. We're going to be reviewing the Hound 3699 radon detector. Let's roll the video.
Yeah!
First, folks, we're going to talk about why radon should be a concern in your home. Radon is actually a naturally occurring radioactive gas that seeps out of rocks and soil around your home. It can be found in groundwater and in the air. What happens is it's basically uranium, thorium, or radium that breaks down from the soil on a daily basis. Radon outside your home is actually safe because it disperses quickly, but indoors without ventilation, say in your basement, or if you live in like a ground level or lower apartment, it doesn't disperse quite as quickly because there's not as much ventilation and it begins to linger. Radon is also 7 to 8 times heavier than air, so it tends to sit in these lower levels of your home. Probably not much of a concern if you have a 2 or 3 story home, probably just in your basement or a lower apartment. Radon is a concern actually because one, you can't smell, taste, or see radon. The only way you're going to be able to figure out if you have radon issues is with one of these detectors. And also, radon at high levels will cause long-term lung issues and is also the number 2 leading cause of lung cancer besides smoke. So for today's video, we're going to actually be testing out the radon in my basement. This is my Lego/activity room. I like to hang out in here a lot, so I wanted to test it for radon. We're going to be using the Hound 3699 radon detector from AEG Test. This is the actual detector. I've been running this all weekend. We'll check out the numbers in a minute, but it also comes with the user manual and a USB A to C charging cord. It does not have a plug. You'll have to have a plug to do that, and it's a 5-volt charging plug. All right, there may be some beeping during the video. That's actually the radon detector working. Sorry, I'm probably going to call it a radar detector multiple times, but it has a touch screen so you could check the levels on it. When you're testing, it also tells you not to shake it up or move it around too much, but you get your average accumulation, you get 12-hour, 24-hour value, 48-hour values, 96-hour values, and a cumulative peak. It'll tell you what your peak numbers are during the time period of testing. Now, it'll tell you a cumulative peak right now, I've had 2.135 radon. We'll talk about the different measurement numbers in a minute. Anything above 2.7 is considered not to be safe. 4 and above is very dangerous. You should not do it. Be around it. You should find a way to eliminate it from your basement. Currently, over a full weekend of testing, my accumulative peak is 2.135. That's what I have. Right now, I have a 1.189, so these are at safer levels for radon. Again, radon will hang out in basements because it likes the lower levels. I feel safe with that number down here. I'm sure any level of radon is not good for you, but they recommend anything above 4 is very dangerous. 2.7 is still questionable for that. So right now we're in safe numbers. This also tells you the average of what it's done. So basically it takes your high and low numbers. You know how math works. And it tells you my accumulated average is 1.189 on here. I have no 12-hour value because I have reset this a couple times. But the device itself has a few little features. You can get all this information out of your user's manual, but you can change the measurement. This is measurement right now. We'll go to the user's manual. You can change your settings to your alarm, your eco modes, what unit of measurement your country uses, time and date, and alarm, which you probably just heard the beep. That's the alarm. That tends to go off quite a bit. It's just a little beep. I think it just tells that it's working. And I know, like I said, this device doesn't like it when you're moving it around and shaking it. It should be placed in a stable environment. You can also clear and reset your data. This thing's beeping a lot because I'm touching and talking directly into it. So I'll reset the data. It'll go through and it'll start the whole process over again. Anything it's recorded in the past will no longer be there. So we're completely starting over again. Like I said, it has the date and time and everything on here. And it starts right back to the main screen with the accumulated average and how many hours. And the alarm can be set for whatever level you want. 2.702, anything above that's considered somewhat dangerous. 4 is definitely dangerous. You can change it and have the alarm go off at that. There's also 1.814, 8914. Any other information you need about Radon or this device, you would have to go through the owner's manual and how to operate it. I just give you examples of some of the things that can work on this. My personal review of this, battery life should be pretty good. Like I said, I've been running it all weekend, say 2.5 days in my basement here. Battery's still at 90%. I haven't really tried to touch it, monkey around with it too much. One of the concerns I have, it keeps saying excessive humidity. I'm going to have humidity in my basement, folks. Most people have a lot of humidity down here. You know, I run a washer and dryer on the other side here. I'm sure some of that air still leaks over here. It's a closed up basement. There's 2 windows and I tend to not leave them open because I don't want rain in here. So the humidity levels may throw off some of the testing on this device. The beeping noise is pretty constant on here. Like, I can't hear it upstairs, so it's perfectly fine. If I was down here recording a video for something else, I may possibly have to shut it off just so I don't have to hear the beeping. Overall, though, this is a nice device to have if you're someone like me that spends a lot of time in the basement doing Lego, doing YouTube videos, or just plain watching TV. I have a TV down here. But this is something, if you have concerns, I feel like this would be a good product. You should check it out. I'll try to leave a link in the description where you can purchase it. Like I said, my only issue really with this thing would probably be the dealing with humidity and proper operation of the device. I really don't know how you would fix that in the basement. I mean, this is where you're testing it out. Basements tend to be damp. Thanks for watching. Little different video. This was something for my personal health I wanted to test out. Bye for now.